When I was a little kid, I grew up in the country and we had a big woodshed. I regularly played down there with friends. It was fantastic. However, there were redback spiders galore in that shed. Now, I'd been taught that redback spiders were dangerous and to be careful. However, the more that my friends and I squashed them, the more that we realised that we were much bigger and uglier than they were. Those tiny little arachnids were nothing to be afraid of. Years later, I woke up with a huntsman on my pillow sitting right next to my head. It certainly gave me a start, but all those years as a little child, squashing spiders helped me to very quickly realise I was not in real danger. Yes, I sat up quickly. I checked that my drowsy eyes weren't deceiving me. I then opened my window and encouraged the spider to fly outside into the garden. Now, fear can save our lives, and I still feel a sense of fear when I see spiders because I understand that if I am bitten by one of them, I could end up very sick. If I didn't have that fear, or if I ignored it, my time on earth could be cut short. So fear is important. Sherlock Holmes in the Stan miniseries says this. He says, fear is wisdom in the face of danger. Fear is wisdom in the face of danger. Bringing us back to the application of fear in leadership, what should we do when we experience fear because we need to make that difficult phone call? What do we do when our revenue is not matching our costs and the fear is rising in our chest? What do we do when that deadline is looming and we know we won't make it? Well, before you do anything else, it's important to recognize our fear. If we don't recognize the issue, we may find ourselves disempowered from acting properly. We find ourselves making the wrong decisions and in turn making the situation even worse. See, our fear is there for good reason. The fear is there because there is some type of danger. I'm fearing this conversation because holding my staff member accountable is going to be difficult. Therefore, I think the conversation over carefully to make sure that I communicate well. Fear is helpful if we use it well. If the profit and loss statement is showing more red than we'd like, acknowledging the initial fear allows me to step back and consider the bigger picture. Is there a valid reason for this? Perhaps the additional marketing expenses are exactly what's needed and I should stay the course. While there's risk if this trend continues too long, recognizing the situation helps me to make informed and wise decisions in the face of uncertainty. When we don't recognize the emotions being stirred within us, we end up reacting out of our emotions. We storm into that team member's office and create an even bigger mess. We make rash decisions about finances that will not serve our long-term goals. Hey, I hope you've enjoyed this series about fear and anxiety. It is a real and relevant issue for us as leaders and for the people we lead. I hope that you're hearing that loud and clear. Please comment and private message me if you have any other issues or thoughts that you would like me to cover in the future.